Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike Patrick, and in this video I want to talk about a very important topic, okay? I want to shed some light on a very, very important topic. Now, this is going to be about crap hitting the fan, okay? Crap hitting the fan scenarios, situations, possibilities, okay? And inevitabilities, actually, all right? Now, the thing is, guys, with crap hitting the fan situations, you know, nowadays we propagandize a whole lot of things when it comes to this, all right? So we see a lot of movies and shows and a whole lot of media that refers to this type of scenario, survival scenarios, okay? Now, the thing is, guys, we can end up making a hobby out of surviving, okay, or being ready to survive, okay? Just like people collect cars, people can collect cards, people collect things like coins, you know, people collect comic books, magazines, things of that nature, okay? And what happens is nowadays it's a prepper community, so to speak, where it's people who all they do 24/7 is go over in their mind survival scenarios, and then they prep, okay? And they collect a lot of stuff in preparation, okay? Now, I haven't heard anyone talk like this about this subject, and I think this will be a very important video, okay? And the most enlightening video on this subject. In reality, guys, okay, when crap hits the fan, it doesn't matter how many guns you have, it doesn't matter how many bullets you have, it doesn't matter how much food you got stored up, okay? It doesn't matter how many different little gadgets you have that'll end up making things a little more convenient, okay? At the end of the day, guys, what you have to have prepared for a very serious situation, survival situation, is the only things that you could really kind of count on is your health. So you want to do things to make sure you're healthy and in shape, okay? You also want to know how to do things, like I said, like I got videos on foraging and things like that. Now, the reason I say this is because, guys, if things were really that serious or got that serious, it's not going to turn back around on its own. Things are not going to straighten back out on its own. You're not going to be in a situation for just a certain amount of time and then things are going to go back to normal. So people who stockpile guns and ammunition and food and things of that nature, what's going to happen when you run out of those things? Those things are good to have in a scenario where there's an emergency. You may have to protect yourself for a certain amount of time. You may have to be able to provide your own food and things like that for a certain amount of time, and then things go back to normal, okay? But eventually, guys, if things were to completely come crashing down, you know, once everything even calmed down at all, then the people who survive will have to get together and will have to find a way to build society back up again from scratch, okay? So the thing is, you want to be thinking about how you could prepare yourself in ways that have nothing to do with stuff, if that makes sense. Because you don't know, in a real survival situation, you may have to just get up and go. You might have to constantly always be on the go. You stockpiling all this stuff in your house and things of that nature, you have to be mobile, okay? You have to be able to just get up and go, all right? You can't take all this survival stuff with you if that's the case, all right? Say, like with food and all that, so if you're storing up on food, what's gonna happen when you just gotta leave your house, all right? And you can't go back, and there's no turning back, all right? You need to know how to forage and live off of the land, okay? And even that's not a guarantee, because it could be a situation where, you know, perhaps it's a drought or something, and even weeds can barely grow. But you can put enough of your faith in that.